There was a dance scene. There was a party scene in Precious that was I'd been to a party and I felt that there was a scene where Precious got her award, and it didn't feel like a party to me. It didn't feel real. It didn't feel honest, and I fixed it to my liking in post, where I had sounds, where I actually went into parties and into the environment and actually just put a mic around and sort of brought words and sentences and phrases into the scene itself to make it honest.
Well, with me, it's like the scenes that always give me trepidation leading up to them are the big cinematic scenes, the big action scenes, because I don't want to be a piker. I want them to be awesome. All right, so if I'm doing the car chase in Death Proof, I want it to be one of the greatest car chases of all time, but I've never shot a car chase before. And so you got to know that, okay, I'm not going to know exactly how to do it on the first day, but I'll figure it out in the course of it, and that's going to be cool. But that's trepidation, all right, leading up to it, because I want it to be great, and I want it to be awesome, and it's mine to F up. So I want them to be magnificent, and if they're not, then I have officially reached the ceiling of my talent. And I always want to.
Don't worry, you'll work.
Yeah. And I always want to risk. Bumping my head. I always want to risk. I want to see where that ceiling eventually happens.
What about you, Kathryn? What's the hardest kind?
Probably the hardest.
Don't
Just
tell anybody.
specifically in this last film, Hurt Locker was shooting in a Palestinian refugee camp. And there was a lot of trepidation. Everybody said, that can't be done, that there'll be, we have Americans running around in digitals with shooting M4s at 3 o'clock in the morning. And so there was a lot of anxiety about it. We had a little bit extra security. We went in, and I was determined to shoot there. It was beautiful. Architecturally, it was perfect. And I'm thinking, we're just going to, 4:30 in the morning, the place is going to explode. They're running around, they're shooting their M4s. Not even a bathroom light goes on.
That's
how you.
AK-47.
It's just, another night, another M4. I mean, it's just,
Oh, really? The M4 is starting at 4:30 this morning? Oh.
Well, I like shooting a lot of big stuff and effect stuff, and I'm not really so worried about that. But the scenes that if I wake up in the morning and think, oh, I've got to go to set today and shoot that bloody scene, it's usually sitting around a dinner table talking. And the worst example was on the first Lord of the Rings movie, where we had this thing called the Council of Elrond, where the group of characters all have to sit in a circle of chairs. There's about 12 leading characters, and there was about 8 pages of dialogue with people in these chairs, where one person's talking to this guy, and then this guy talks, so now he's got to swivel his head and talk to this guy, and I had to get all the eye lines kind of right, and it took me about 5 days to shoot that. And it was torture, it was hell on earth, and it was the most simple scene in the world, and I didn't do anything fancy, but it was those are the scenes that I don't have fun. I mean, that's when I don't particularly enjoy what I'm doing, that type of arduous shooting.
It's the times when I'm going for something that's a little bit cinematically vague and stylized, and you don't know, are you going to do it with lighting, are you going to do it with some kind of lens effect, or what the hell? But you're going for some cinematic.
I've just done a whole movie like that, and it was hell on earth. But anyway, carry on.
Heaven was hell.
Heaven
was hell.
Anyway,
got it.
Please carry on.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's the trickiest thing when you're going for some kind of cinematic trope that you're inexperienced in. You see other people do it. You know what I mean? And you go, damn, that was a good idea. But it never applies. You can't take their idea and use it.